What's going on, everybody? Peace and blessings to everybody. Just wanted to take a minute to talk to y'all about the sensitive man, or the so-called sensitive man, or whatnot. A lot of people, like, I got into a little conversation with someone the other day, and a lot of people are coming out and saying that men are too sensitive nowadays. So I want to take y'all back to where we come from, as opposed to where we are now. And I want to ask ladies, it seems like we're damned if we do, and we're damned if we don't. So what is it that you expect? What is the perfect, because what is the perfect amount of caring that you can ask from a person? Because I want y'all to understand something, all right? Back early, in the 90s, early 2000s, and even further back, going into the 80s, do you know what the main complaint about from women was? The main complaint about from women about men was the fact that we don't talk, the fact that we are emotionless, the fact that we don't have, we just react to our emotions, and we never talk about it. We never have a conversation about it. However, now that men are talking, and expressing themselves, and and trying to have these conversations. Now that black men are trying to have these conversations, and actually a lot of us are out here being very honest with y'all, you don't accept that honesty. And the means in which you don't accept that honesty is to say, oh, well, you don't, men are too sensitive now, and men are this and men are that. So at some point, as in your own personal life, at some point, you have to answer the question of, do you want somebody to care, or do you want somebody, like, we're being called emotional and all of this stuff and all of these things, but at some point you have to ask yourself, do you really truly want someone to care? Because the thing about it is when someone cares, that comes with emotion. Alright? So is it that we're being emotional, or is it that we're telling you something that you don't want to hear? And the thing about it is, if that's a person's truth and they're telling it to you, and that's how they feel about a situation, or whatever the case may be, if that's their truth and you just don't want to hear it because it's their truth, then that's not being sensitive. At the end of the day, you're the one being sensitive. Because a lot of these black dudes are coming out and just simply telling you that you're selfish. That's what a lot of them are coming out and saying. And the fact of the matter is, the fact that if a man tells you how he feels and you label him as sensitive or whatever the case may be, even in that case, you're being selfish, because you're saying that what he feels doesn't matter after we've been asked for years and years and years to communicate. And now that we're communicating, can we, in actuality, the only thing you actually care about is talking, and thereby only caring about your own feelings, your own emotions. And the stigmatism that's gotten not a bit, way out of hand. The stigmatism that's gotten way out of hand is the fact that black men are expected to be robots now, and to have no feelings. All right. So I want y'all to understand that simply a man being there to do those things that you want him to do, those things that so-called make you happy, or whatever the case may be, that's an emotional, sensitive thing. So you can't ask a brother to turn that shit on and off. All right. So then, once this person uses his emotions and his emotions and sensitivity to do these things for you, that spills over into life. He cares about what you're doing. He cares about where you're going. He cares about how you treat him. He cares about all of these things. See, people think that emotions and personality is something that you turn on and off like a light switch. And most men are incapable of doing that because we want what we want. You know what I'm saying? And if you ask a man to turn off his emotions, and he gonna turn the motherfuckers off, that means he's not gonna care about nothing. It's not a situation where he's gonna care about certain things that you want him to care about. If he turns his emotions off, he's just gonna turn them bitches all the way off, and that's what leads to a lot of different things. Like you really have to at some point decide whether you truly want someone to care or otherwise, and accept your choice. That's what it boils down to. Because if you keep asking a man to turn on and off his emotions and stuff according to when you want to hear something about how you hear it, he's just going to turn them off fully. That's all I got, y'all. Y'all have a good day. Show off.